Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a bit different. I'm talking about, as you can see, sports. This is not my domain, this is not my territory, this is not like something I usually do, but this fight, this fight right here, it has been bothering me in my mind since the day I found out, which was about like the end of July. I don't know, because I don't even know how to start, because I have a lot, but not so much to say, because I'm not like well versed in boxing, but I'm not necessarily not well versed in fighting. Am I making sense? Are you understanding? Anyway, no, okay. This fight is stressing me out because, to be fair, I've only watched one live fight of Terrence Crawford, and I've only watched one fight of Canelo Alvarez. So the playing field isn't necessarily, it's not like I have too much stake, but the reason this is stressing me out is because I have different reasons as to why I like the both of them as fighters. Let me introduce them. So first, we have Terrence Crawford, alrighty? Terrence Crawford is undefeated in 41 professional fights. I did not know this. All I knew was the word undefeated. And the fight that I happened to watch of Terrence Crawford, I will be speaking about later on, but I'm pretty sure most of you can already guess what I'm talking about. But yes, this is Terrence Crawford. And then the next person we're talking about is Canelo Alvarez. 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. If you were to ask me like their weight classes, like, is Canelo a heavyweight? I actually have no idea what weight classes they're in at all. I literally have no idea. So the reason this fight's been bothering me is because I've been talking to my brother about the fight a lot, obviously, because you know me and my brother, we watch sport together. We're gonna start off with why Canelo Alvarez has me worried. All right, Canelo has me worried because I like his face. I am a big Canelo lover. Like, he gives me one chance, like I'm like, yes, thank you. If he was maybe like 10 years younger, then I would be like, okay, sure. But since he's like 30 something years old and he's got like kids, I've got to be like, okay, respectfully, no. But I mean, guys, look at this face card. Oh my god. My brother, I was talking to him the other day. We were watching a fight. So the only fight I've ever watched of Canelo Alvarez is one about against this, well, I've watched 2. He was fighting this Italian dude. I don't know what his name was, but he had a really like strong chin, because look at these muscles right over here. Look at that. Okay, we all know that Canelo has a punch that would probably send you into the afterlife and then bring you back and make you think about your current life at present. So that dude, that like Italian dude, his face was bloody and messy, and he was still standing. And that was one of the fights of Canelo I watched. And then I also watched his fight against Mayweather when he was like 23. Don't really remember much about that, but I know it was painful for me to watch, because by then it was well known that I was a fan of Canelo's face. So seeing his face get done in and seeing him getting beat was not necessarily the first thing anybody wants to see of somebody that they like. So one of the reasons why Canelo actually worries me in this fight is because of how powerful like that hook is of his. Right hook, left hook, I don't know, he's not southpaw, he's right hook. We like, guys, my brother showed me a fight yesterday. I don't know who it was against, but Canelo broke the guy's, like, whatever this is, not your jaw, your cheekbone, not that thing, this, like, he broke his face with his punch. Okay, yes, he might look tiny, but he's a big tiny man. Okay, like, this worries me because I'm just kind of like, the thing I keep on hearing is Canelo is the favorite, Canelo is the favorite, Canelo is the favorite to win. Nobody expects Terrence Crawford to win because Canelo is notoriously strong. So the problem is, it's like, what strategy is Terrence Crawford coming into here with? You know what I mean? Like, what is the plan? You know, I haven't really watched anything. I get all my news sources from my brother. He talks about everything, so that's how I'm aware of what's going on and what's not going on. So for me personally, I've heard the sound of Canelo's punch landing on somebody's face, and I don't know if Terrence Crawford's gonna be able to take that or not, because this man's little fist, okay, not little fist, he's big fist, my bad, I don't know why I keep on saying little, like I'm undermining him. No, he's not little, he's very powerful. That fist of his is crazy powerful, and it does scare me, because he catches you at the wrong time, you're done. So that makes me wonder, Terrence Crawford. But then that brings back why I'm a supporter of Terrence Crawford. I am a supporter of Terrence Crawford because of this fight right here. This fight right here. I watched this live. I saw the fight from beginning to end. I saw Errol Spence come in as a confident contender and leave as a shell of himself, okay? Like, I had not watched boxing in a while. I did not know who either of them were. I didn't know. So I came into here, I was like, who are you supporting, to my brother? And he's like, well, Errol Spence is said to win, but Terrence Crawford's the underdog. So I was like, you know what? I'm an anime man. Like, what are we talking about? I'm gonna support the underdog. Like, what? So I walked into here, and guys, this fight actually changed my brain chemistry, and I don't even know how to explain it, but it changed my brain chemistry in a way, because we were watching the fight last week or something, and Terrence Crawford was so scarily in the zone. Like, I don't think you guys understand what I mean, but like, or you do, I don't know, but he was so scarily in the zone. Like, I've never seen somebody so deadlocked on getting back into the ring to freaking punch somebody's face. Like, y'all, look at that look in his eyes. You know what I mean? Look at that look. It is so, he's in the zone. And guys, like I said, I'm an anime fan, right? I'm an anime fan so much that after watching this fight, I was like, maybe I should go and give Hajime no Ippo a shot again. Like, guys, I cannot explain how scarily, like, when I looked at his eyes, I've never seen somebody so determined and concentrated in their life before. Even when I was playing cricket, I did not have that freaking look in my eyes when I was bowling or whatever. I did not have, his eyes were so like locked on the prize. You know what? He's like, you're undefeated, I'm undefeated. One of us has got to leave here without a title. You know what I mean? And then I later learned that Errol Spence is actually like a pretty cool guy, so that was kind of like, when I was watching the fight again, I was like, and I heard he hasn't come back fighting, but I mean, same, no offense to Errol Spence, but low-key, watching that fight, even me as somebody who didn't consistently like watch boxing or whatever, I could see him just kind of lose his full power. There was, what round was it? I can't say like the 6th round, I can't give you a round, but there was a specific round where Terrence Crawford just lost respect for Errol Spence during this fight, and he was just unleashing, y'all. When he dropped him to the floor, like at some point I wasn't even watching the fight anymore, I was watching the audience behind him because their reactions were so entertaining. Errol Spence friend was in the crowd, and he had such a mean mug on his face, like a face of, I cannot believe that this is happening. And clearly you could see Errol Spence, like, I believe maybe before he was kind of an aggressive fighter, and in this fight he was just on the defensive the whole time. Like, you guys see this left hook right now? You see this left hand over here, this one right here, this thing is dangerous. Terrence Crawford is right-handed, but when he goes southpaw, that is not to be joked with. Like, genuinely, like, what am I to do? Because Terrence Crawford, I think, was on a Joe Rogan interview, where he had spoke about how he was at the peak of his condition for this fight, like 2 months before. So they had to cut back on what they were doing because he was just like crazy. Guys, look at this. Look at this machine. Have you ever seen a person, like, if you do art, like, here we go, here's the anatomy of the body, you don't need anything else. He was so crazily, like, the condition he was in was peak, okay? And why this is worrying me now is because I thought this fight was last year, right? Because I have no concept of time. I thought this fight was last year, so I was thinking, Canelito and Terrence Crawford, I think that would be pretty fair. But this was 2 years ago. He's 37 now. Canelo is 35. I mean, you know, you'd say 2 years, that's not much of a difference. But 37 is a little bit like, it's a bit shaky, because punches you could dodge like this when you were 23, 24, punches that came quickly and you could move out of the way in time. At the age of 37, those same punches, maybe you miss them slightly, but they're still hitting you, they're grazing you, they're still doing that damage to you, you know what I mean? So it does worry me that he's aged now, 37, and I don't know what his strategy is. I really have no idea, because once Canelo starts walking you down, isn't that like Danzo? Like, that's game over. Once he starts doing that little, you know, that little step into the, pushing you into a corner, what are we gonna do? Because I don't think Terrence Crawford has a strong chin. I don't think so. I think he has a strong punch, yes, but I don't think he has a chin built for Canelo. Unless they were whacking him on the chin with like a freaking pan every single day, maybe then. But I don't know. I'm coming into this fight a Terrence Crawford fan, because if he wins this fight, he's going to create an upset of a lifetime. And I want to be witness to that. Although I love Canelito, I love his face. Like, I would like sorry, let's get it together. Although, who is this guy? Anyway, although it sounds like I am worried, I'm really worried just because I don't know what Terrence Crawford is gonna do. He's 37 now, y'all. Canelo is literally in the ring every 2-3 months fighting somebody new. Terrence Crawford, I don't know when the last time he fought was. And I'm thinking, actually, that might be a disadvantage for Canelo, because they're constantly having him up and down, fighting, boxing, left, right, to keep that championship. So I'm saying, like, if he comes into the fight a little bit injured, I don't know. Well, I obviously want him to be at the peak. Oh my god. Who am I supporting here? Another thing, actually, before I determine who I'm supporting, the reason I say I support Terrence Crawford is because I've recently watched the both of them fighting, and for me, the more entertaining fighter out of the two of them was Terrence Crawford. The most entertaining fight for me was the Earl Spence fight, right? I watched Terrence Crawford fight with Sean Porter, and I just didn't kind of like it because it was kind of messy. It was kind of giving, you know, like they wanted to have a slugfest, but it's not the UFC, so you can't necessarily kick and punch and hit and all that stuff. I didn't enjoy that because I was just kind of like, this is kind of messy, you know. I like Terrence when he's more in the zone, you know. I like him when he's looking like an anime OP. But there was this funny moment in like round 10 where he looks at his coach and he's like, who's up? And then his coach is like, Sean Porter. And he's like, me? And he's like, no, him. And he's like, huh? And he gets so confused and he's like, okay. And then he goes into the ring and massacres Sean Porter. You see why I mean I like him? It's just entertaining. But at the same time, I really don't know, man. I don't know, because I know Canelo is freakishly strong. You know what I mean? They're around the same height as well. In terms of power, Canelo's got that going, is that not? Because I think that Terrence is a strategic fighter. You know what I mean? Like, he can, in the ring, he can change according to the tides of what's going on in there, right? But Canelo is just so freakishly strong. I'm actually stressed out. I'm so stressed out because what is Terrence Crawford gonna do? Because what they have to do, or what I hope they're doing, is he has to come into this ring absolutely shredded. Like, he has to come in here like he has been reborn into a boxing novel. Like, he died and then he's just been doing everything right this life, and he comes in extra powerful, because he's gonna have to come in even more shredded than the Earl Spence fight, because he's 37, guys. And I know 37 in the grand scheme of stuff is not old, but in the sports world, it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. But I mean, Canelo is also 35, but I mean, they also have Canelo fighting almost every single week. I don't know. This fight has genuinely been causing me like sleepless nights, because I'm just like, September 13th, can you come any quicker? Like, I don't know. It's like, the fight of the skill and the face card. It's really difficult to choose. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do, because I know what worries me the most as well is the fact that Terrence Crawford's undefeated. That's what I'm saying. Canelo, you can just go in there and put on a show for everybody and lose. You know what I mean? Like, you can go in there, oh well, no, he can't, he's got championships. Because I was like, Terrence Crawford's undefeated. He's undefeated. Just let him fight you and then retire. He doesn't need to do nothing else after that, because I know I wouldn't. If I was Terrence Crawford and I beat Canelo Alvarez, no. I'm not stepping in that ring again. That's the best accomplishment for me. So I really don't know. I don't know. They're looking at each other. I'm looking at the both of them. I'm like, what are you guys thinking? What training are they putting Terrence Crawford through? Because, you know, he's always the underdog. He's undefeated. He has multiple belts underneath his like arm, and people still, you know, they all like, oh, I don't think he's gonna win though. I don't think he's gonna win. What am I to do? Because I think if he could do it for the Earl Spence fight, he can definitely do it for the Canelo fight, right? Like, if he can come in that peak condition, but he's 37. But I mean, some people like LeBron James, is that right? Isn't LeBron James like peak right now? But look at those arms, guys. He's freakishly strong. What are we supposed to do? Oh my god. I never wanted to be like 35 more in my life right now. If he was just 10 years younger, guys, if he was 10 years younger, no, he'd have to be 12 years younger. I can't do 25. That's close to my siblings. I can't do 25, no. If he was like maybe 12 years young, I'd consider it. 35, like, I know we like to say age number, but it is a number. It is a number. I've been in a very shocking situation. Let's not continue with that. Guys, what do you think? Somebody educate me in the comments, because I'm really stressing. Like, this is really stressing me out, because I'm genuinely like, I'm torn, and I don't know if I've like displayed that properly. I think I might sound more like a Terrence Crawford fan than I do a Canelo fan, but you know, I know Canelo is strong. I know he's strong. I know when he hits you, it's like a freaking skill hammer hitting your face like times 10. And the craziest, the scariest thing is, we all know this, most people know this unless you're a Canelo fan, is if a fight is close, very, very close, like the judges can't decide who do they give it to, they give it to Canelo, because Canelo is golden child of boxing. So that also stresses me out, because I'm like, if Terrence Crawford doesn't bring it, doesn't bring it, we're like in trouble. But also I know that Terrence Crawford has the upper hand, because Canelo is known, if you drag out the rounds, he gets tired. So if Terrence just doesn't get hit for like the first 7 rounds, if he can just stay and maybe get hit in the body, oh, not even the body, because Canelo, it doesn't matter where he's hitting you, it doesn't matter. But if he can drag out the rounds and bring Canelo all the way to maybe the 7th round, then he stands a chance of knocking Canelo out, unless he just performs like a miracle in this preparation time and he becomes just as strong as Canelo. Maybe then he can go for knocking him out in the early rounds. But I know his age is such a big thing for me. Because with age, your reflexes, they dwindle. You know, when you're younger, they're peaking like this, your reflexes are freaking high. But when you're older, they go downward. But Canelo's also 35, but Canelo's also like, is he not in his peak right now? Oh my god, this is really difficult for me. But I know I'm on Terrence Crawford's side. Like, I'm saying this is difficult, but I know I'm Terrence Crawford because I love Canelo's voice. I really love it. But I don't know. I really don't know. Oh. Canelo, what are you doing right now? What is Canelo doing right now? As I said, Terrence Crawford doesn't have a strong chin, so he needs to like avoid being hit by Canelo's punch, because Canelo's punch, I tell you, it will knock him down. Yes, I do think so. I do think it will. I told you he broke somebody's face, but Canelo gets tired quickly. I don't know. I really don't know. But the way I saw Terrence Crawford in the Earl Spence fight, that's giving me a bit of hope. I think I'd be happy if either of them win, but I think I'd be upset if Canelo wins, you know? I always root for the underdog, you know? And I know Terrence Crawford is heavily the underdog in this fight, but I believe in his team. But he's also 37. I don't know, guys. I just wanted to go on about this for a little bit. I didn't think I was gonna go on about it for too long because I don't know too much, you know? Like, I'm not a boxing connoisseur. I don't watch boxing often, but I know if there's a popular fight going on, I'm there. Like, I was a UFC fan when I was around like 16 or something, you know, when Max Holloway was still like champion and stuff. The most I know about boxing is that one movie on Roberto Duran. I think that's a boxer. Yeah, that's as much as I know. I know names: Manny Pacquiao, Hirato Inoue. Is that right? I need to watch more on Inoue, you know, because I want to be a fan of him. Because apparently he's just bulldozing. He's like, he's going crazy out there. Anyway, I'm not too well versed, but I will be there for this fight. I will be sitting there. I will be panicking. I will be smiling. I will be cheering, and I'll be getting shouted at for making a noise at 5 o'clock in the morning by my parents and my sibling. What am I to do? Oh, what am I to do? Who am I to support? Oh my god, but this face. And I also found out something really cool about Terrence Crawford. He wears like fishnets on his like shorts because of something. I don't remember what anymore, but when I heard the explanation, I thought it was pretty cool. Let me know who you're supporting. Give me more information. If I'm inaccurately informed, I don't know that much about boxing. I just know I'm concerned, and this is stressing me out. Like, every time this fight pops into my head, my heart just starts, you know, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But I also can. Like, I want September 13th to come, but I also don't want it to. And apparently so far no injuries. I don't think so. I don't think anybody's been injured so far. But I'm scared. I'm scared. Because in order to win, he has to either drag it out or he hits him. Okay. That's the end of this video. I don't have much to say. I just wanted to share my concerns. And if anybody wants to tell me more as to stress me out, let me know. But I'd prefer if you didn't. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. And I don't know when I'm gonna get my next video out or when I'm gonna get my next video made. I've been working on something for like a few days and I haven't gotten around to it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that we're all here watching this fight on September 13th, and I hope nothing happens between that period because I'm looking forward to this. Okay, thank you. Bye.